Good morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church right here in Beaumont, Texas, and we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guest is Chief Earl White. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you so much.
Hey, now you just became the chief of the Beaumont Fire Department. Tell us, how does that feel?
Excited. Very, very excited, perhaps because I spent 35 and a half years there, and I'm back.
Wow.
I'm back. They're recycling me through. How about that?
That's good. So now hold up. So you said you spent 35 years. So that means that back in the 1980s, you joined the fire department.
I did. I joined the fire department October of 1980.
1980. So now you were telling me when we were all set about your childhood and how you used to live across the street from the fire department. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, actually, my aunt lived across the street from Station 5 on Concord Road. And we would visit over there, and I would look across there and see the firefighters out and stuff. And I would ask, man, I want to go over there, look at the truck and everything. And she said, don't go over there bothering them. And lo and behold, I wound up joining the Beaumont Fire Department.
Wow.
And actually having worked at that station.
Wow.
When it was a working station. So I reflected back my first shift at that station.
Your first shift?
Yes, sir.
Wow, back in the 80s.
Yes. Yes.
And now you're over the whole department.
I am. I left, as a captain, and significant responsibilities for personnel there. Now I'm back. I'm responsible for all personnel. We have 234 sworn firefighters, along with a support staff of about 20 civilians, and ultimately I'm responsible for them all. So it's a tremendous amount of responsibility that I take very, very serious. And like I was telling you offset, I've made sure in the short period of time that I've been there that I love them all, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Nothing they can do about it.
Nothing they can do about it.
Now you left and became the constable. You got elected as the constable.
I did. In March of 2016, I was fortunate enough to be elected the constable of Jefferson County Precinct 1. Spent 2.5 years there. The opportunity came for me to apply for the Beaumont Fire Department. I had to pray about it.
Yeah.
I did, because I love the job of being the constable, love the staff there, and my wife and I prayed about it, and it came back to this. She asked me one question: why do you want the job? And that question was, I want it because I want to take it as a position of purpose.
Wow, that's
Absolutely.
good. That's good.
Absolutely. A position of purpose to provide leadership to that department, in turn make sure that the citizens are receiving the service from the Beaumont Fire Department, because we have a great fire department.
Yeah.
Really, really. And we're active members of this community.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to know that we're going to be active members of this community. We're going to participate, in the reading program for BISD. We're going to be at these community events, and I want them to go up and I want them to see, feel, and touch these firefighters.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, your firefighters, by the time this airs, would have come to our church for our Super Saturday weekend, where we get the kids ready for back to school, and one of your engines will be here so they can go through that engine.
Absolutely. It's great. And I want those young people to see, male and female, because we do have females, to say, you know what, I could do that. I could do that one day. I could definitely do that. So we're always recruiting. We're going to be recruiting out there, but we're going to be recruiting people that reflect the core values of the department and of this community.
Yeah, and it's a call, Chief, because when I was working at ExxonMobil, I had the opportunity to be on the fire brigade, and
pretty tough.
Firefighting is not easy,
It's not for everybody.
It is
not for everybody, but we're going to be recruiting people that have a passion for service. And I tell young men and young women this all the time, that being in public service is very, very simple. You chose public service. Public service didn't choose you.
Right.
So, therefore, you owe 100% every day that you go to work.
Wow. Yeah, because I remember when I went to Chicago for training, and we went through the firehouse, and Chief, I sucked one of those tanks dry. It was like
quickly.
Just the anxiety of being in a place like that. So that's why I say it's a call.
Yes.
It's
a call, and it is a noble
yes,
profession. It's something that you can say, I'm a Beaumont firefighter, and I'm proud of it.
And man, when I came back, I had so much respect for firefighters, because to know that you go into a house or an establishment that you don't even know the details of.
Absolutely.
And you go in there with courage to do what you got to do.
Yes, and it's a very, very dangerous job, and that's going to be one of my things, is that everybody goes home safe.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been telling the spouses of our firefighters, ones that I've been meeting, that I'm going to send them home the same way that they got it.
That's good. That's good.
So I'm actively making sure that they have the equipment and the training that they need to do their job, to provide that great service to the citizens of Beaumont.
So now, Chief, how did the staff receive you? I mean, you know, you come back and now you're in charge. I mean, you grew up in the ranks.
Yes.
I mean, you came up from a firefighter. Did you drive the trucks and all that?
I did. I went up through the ranks. I left as a captain, and I came back as the chief, and they have embraced me fully. They really, really have. My first couple of days been real busy, but I've left with a smile on my face. I really, really have. Now, we might be in the honeymoon phase right now.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm loving it. I absolutely am.
Now, what's your goals for the department?
My goal is to move this department forward, that we have the greatest fire department in the United States, and to reflect the values of this community. And know that we're open for business. Stop by a station.
Yeah.
Say hello. Meet the firefighters, because they work for you.
Yeah.
And to move them forward and be the most modern fire department in the United States, and a model for other fire departments.
And the city is building new facilities for the fire departments. I mean, you see them all over the city
Yes,
now.
we've got a new station 1, located on M.L. King.
Yep.
At Babes of Harriet's, next to Babes of Harriet Station, and it is a monster.
So when is it going to be in operation?
We're shooting for October the 7th.
October the 7th?
October the 7th, in operations. Now, of course, we're going to have a formal open house for it and everything. We're going to invite members from the community, dignitaries and everything to come. Hey, look at the fire. Look at what your tax dollars has done.
Right.
And it is a monster station, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
Now,
and I have to commend the previous chief and the staff and the city for investing in that station, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is. So we're going to have an open house. We're going to invite the community come and see what your tax dollars bought.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Now, what's the idea in placement of the fire stations?
To make sure that you don't have any gaps in coverage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what we call territories or districts.
Yeah.
And the ideal is that you have overlapping districts, so you don't have any gap in coverage. So if you have engine out of service, there's always a backup plan.
Okay.
Another engine may step up and do what we call backup or move up. So if there's another call within that district, we can still handle it.
So what is your ideal for response time to any kind of emergency that comes up?
We have great response time here. Because of that coverage, we're in the area of getting almost any place within 3 to 4 minutes.
Wow.
Yes. They don't mess around. They get in and out of the station. They really, really do.
Hold up, Chief.
Great
3 to 4
response.
minutes, they want to be on scene.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So that's why you strategically place these stations and these pieces of equipment. So there's no gap in coverage. And usually, sometimes that's even from sleep, because the firefighters spend 24 hours there.
Wow.
It's actually their home. It is actually
so
home.
is it like a shift? They have to stay there for so many hours or days?
Yeah, we have 3 shifts here in Beaumont, shift A, B, and C. They spend 24 hours there, and then they're off for 2 days.
Okay.
And then after 2 days, they roll back into a shift. So it's a great job. It
Yeah.
really is.
So
you actually have 2 families.
Yeah. So those who may be watching today, who might be thinking of what type of career I want to have, hey, they might want to consider the fire department.
They might want to consider the fire department. Like I said, we're going to recruit fire department, and we want people to be interested in the fire department. And we want to partner with Lamar, which Lamar has a fire academy.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in becoming a Beaumont firefighter or a firefighter in general, Lamar Institute is the place to start.
Now, what type of time does it take? A year, 2 years, or?
It takes about a year, about 2 semesters, because
Wow.
your first semester is usually firefighting. But you also have to be an emergency medical technician, so that takes about another semester. Because remember, we don't only do fires. We do auto accidents, we do med calls. In fact, a tremendous amount of our load is med calls because our society is getting older.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
do have the ones that participate in high-risk behavior and injure themselves.
Yeah.
So all our firefighters are EMT certified.
Wow, so it's not just the ambulance that show up. So if the fire truck shows up, they are
Absolutely,
equipped
absolutely.
to handle any type of emergency.
Yes, and when we started the first responder program over 20 years ago, of course we got those people, I didn't call for a fire truck, I called for an ambulance. Well, we had to, and it was educating the community that, hey, we're first responders, there's EMT, ECAs on there, and we're carrying the med bags, we're carrying everything to stabilize those patients until we can get a med unit on scene.
Wow.
And you're running anywhere from 4 to 6 med units in Beaumont. We're running 12 engines. So who
Wow.
can get there quicker?
Wow. Okay, Chief. Well, now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You have become the first black Beaumont fire chief in history.
Absolutely.
How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels really, really good. That's obvious.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
by my
Yeah,
appearance.
you can't
Yeah,
miss it.
that's pretty obvious by my appearance. But I want everybody to know I'm the fire chief.
Yeah.
I'm everybody's fire
That's
chief.
it. That's it.
Everybody. I don't serve any particular region of the city. I serve it all. So
Right,
I'm all
right,
inclusive,
right.
and that I reflect the community values.
Yeah.
That all of us want.
Right. Right.
That all of us want. It doesn't matter our color. We still want that quality life and good things for our family and for our community. So yes, it is obvious that I'm black. we can't avoid that at all. But I want to be looked at as the chief.
Is there a greater responsibility to make sure that, as you're in your position, how you go about leading that department so that if the next guy comes up, because you're not going to be there forever.
No, I'm not going to be there forever. Eventually I might like to do something, a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more. No, I want to lay a good foundation, and whoever comes after me, no matter what he or she looks like, that they give the same respect from the community that is the chief of the fire department, no matter how they look, that they're the chief. So I'm going to be laying a good foundation. Hopefully I've laid a good foundation up to this point.
Yeah.
And hopefully a young man or young woman within the department will say the same thing that I said, that I can do that.
Yeah. And homegrown.
Homegrown. I am.
Homegrown, man. I mean, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. Homegrown, educated locally through BISD. So I'm excited, and I want everybody to know when they see me, hey, Chief, how you doing?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do the same thing to them.
Yeah.
And I want them to be able to contact me for anything.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm available.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen, I want to thank the chief for coming today. Listen, this is totally a success story. I mean, homegrown in the school system here. So there are good products that come out of BISD, and so I'm excited about what the chief is doing. Now, listen, if you're interested in being a firefighter, hey, listen, call the fire department and get all the information that you need in order to find out how you go about becoming into the fire department. I'm telling you, it is so exciting to see what is happening in our area. It's great things. I mean, and then in October when they opened up the new fire station on MLK, hey, listen, why don't you go out and be a part of it and come and see, like he said, what your tax dollars are providing for the community. So I want to thank Chief Earl White for being here today, and thank you for joining us here on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood, and we will see you next time on our broadcast.